Just when we thought Outlander couldn't shock us anymore, Season 8 drops a twist so wild, it's making longtime fans question everything they thought they knew. Faith Fraser, the baby Claire lost in Paris, the child who never even got to take her first breath, is suddenly at the center of the most heartbreaking and mind-blowing storyline of the entire series. And no, this isn't a fever dream or some emotional hallucination. This is real. The show is bringing back Faith. But the way it's happening, it's tearing the fandom apart. Because this one twist doesn't just rewrite Claire's past, it unravels the very soul of her future. Add to that, the official confirmation that Jenny Fraser Murray will not return for the final season. And fans are not just disappointed, they're furious. We're talking unfinished arcs, unanswered questions, and a whole legacy at risk. This isn't just about saying goodbye, it's about trying to make peace with a storm we never saw coming. So buckle up, because Outlander Season 8 isn't here to give us closure. It's here to destroy everything we thought we understood about time, love, and loss. Outlander has never shied away from pain, but the way Season 8 begins to peel back the layers of Faith Fraser's story is on an entirely new level. If you've been watching since the beginning, you know how much Claire losing faith in Season 2 shaped her into the woman she is today. That moment in Paris, in the hospital, with nothing but silence where there should have been a baby's first cry, it's haunted her for decades. And just when Claire seemed to find a sliver of peace in the chaos of war, loss, and survival, that old wound is ripped wide open again. But here's the twist. Faith might not have died at all. This isn't just some wishful hallucination or mystical metaphor. No, the show is boldly stepping into new territory with a storyline that suggests Faith survived somehow. And if you're wondering how on earth that's even possible, you're not alone. Fans everywhere are scrambling for answers. Could this be the result of another time travel paradox? Was there some sort of switch at the hospital that Claire never knew about? Or, and this is what's really making the fandom spiral, did someone take Faith away on purpose, believing they were saving her from something worse? The return of Faith isn't just a plot device, it's a bomb detonated right in the center of everything Claire and Jamie have built. This twist forces us to rethink every single decision Claire made after losing her. It reframes her grief, her marriage, her relationship with Brianna, and even her connection to the stones and the very idea of time travel. Because now, if Faith is alive, where has she been all this time? And what does she know about her parents, about her origin, about the war that her mother walked through, and the love story that defied centuries? But even deeper than all of that, there's this chilling sense that maybe, just maybe, someone has been keeping this secret intentionally. Was it Mother Hildegard, the Comte Saint-Germain, or someone connected to the time-traveling world who knew that revealing Faith's survival would change everything? This opens up a dangerous world of conspiracy, heartbreak, and long-buried truths. And it's exactly the kind of drama that Outlander was made for. And here's where it gets even more complicated. Claire's powers, yes, the ones hinted at in past seasons, might have something to do with it. There's been talk for years that Claire isn't just a healer or a time traveler, that maybe, on some level, she's something more. Something supernatural. In the books, Diana Gabaldon teases that there are layers to Claire's ability, things even Claire herself doesn't understand. And if Faith was caught in some kind of magical in-between space, it could mean that Claire's sorrow, her dreams, and even her healing touch all connect to something much bigger than we imagined. Some fans are now speculating that Faith's death wasn't natural at all, but a magical phenomenon tied to Claire's unknown powers, powers that could finally be revealed in full in Season 8. And let's not forget, when Claire almost died herself in previous seasons, she spoke of seeing Faith. What if those weren't visions or dreams, but echoes of a timeline that was always real? This revelation isn't just painful, it's destabilizing, because Faith's return is not a happy reunion. It's not like Brianna showing up in the past, or Roger surviving a hanging. This is tragic. This is trauma revisited, with no guarantee of healing. And what's even worse, there's a very real chance that bringing Faith back into the narrative will cost someone else their life. The laws of Outlander's world have always shown us that time doesn't like to be messed with. There's always a price, Whether it's Claire nearly losing her soul to bring Jamie back, or Brianna and Roger risking their children's futures to chase truth through time, there's always a toll. And now, with Faith, we might be facing the most heartbreaking consequence. Yet, fans are already whispering that someone beloved, maybe even Jamie, won't make it out of this season alive. Because for every miracle this show gives us, there's a tragedy waiting just around the corner. And if Faith is back, it can only mean something else, or someone else, is about to be taken. At the same time, the writers have officially confirmed what many of us were hoping against. Jenny Fraser Murray won't be returning for the final season. Let that sink in. No closure, no final reunion, nothing. And fans are not taking this lightly. Jenny isn't just Jamie's sister, she's a foundational character who held the Fraser legacy together while Jamie was imprisoned, exiled, and hunted. She raised his children. She protected his name. And now, we're expected to accept that she'll be absent during the most defining moments of Jamie's life? The outrage from fans is loud and justified. Social media is flooded with comments like, "How can you finish Jamie's story without Jenny?" And "This is an insult to the book fans and the show fans alike." Some are even calling for a rewrite or a special episode to at least honor her arc. Because ending the show without Jenny is like closing the Fraser chapter without its spine. Her absence is more than just a casting issue. It's a betrayal of the emotional investment fans have made for over a decade. The showrunners tried to explain it away by saying they only had 10 episodes to work with. But fans aren't buying it. When you've spent years weaving a tapestry as intricate as Outlander, you don't just rip out a major thread and expect the image to hold. Jenny's presence is deeply intertwined with Jamie's character, and her omission is already making people worry about how the rest of the finale will be handled. If the show can so easily cut Jenny, what other moments will we lose? What other character arcs will be brushed aside in favor of rushed conclusions? And when you combine that fear with the chaos surrounding Faith's return, it starts to feel like this final season could either be Outlander's greatest triumph or its most devastating misstep. And remember, this is only the beginning. The trailer teases much more than just Faith's mystery and Jenny's absence. The Revolutionary War is in full swing, characters are scattered across timelines and loyalties, and the stakes have never been higher. But at the heart of it all is this one impossible truth. Faith Fraser is alive, and the way her story unfolds will change the course of every character's journey, from Claire and Jamie to Brianna, Roger, and even the future of time travel itself. Season 8 isn't just the end of Outlander, it's the collapse of everything. We thought we understood about fate, sacrifice, and second chances. Now that Faith's return is no longer just a theory, but a confirmed plotline, the emotional storm it unleashes is only getting darker. The deeper we go into Season 8, the more it becomes clear that this isn't a clean-cut case of child lost, child found. No, this is Outlander at its most brutal and brilliant, blurring the lines between miracle and nightmare. Claire is unraveling. Jamie is lost between disbelief and rage. And Brianna, well, imagine being the daughter who was raised knowing she had a sister who never lived, only to find out that sister might have lived after all. How do you process that? How do you come to terms with the fact that your family's entire history has been a carefully constructed lie? Or worse, a tragic misunderstanding rooted in time, magic, and unspeakable sacrifice? Faith's reappearance doesn't bring peace. It brings guilt, confusion, and the terrifying realization that no one truly understands the rules of the world they're living in anymore. The stones, the time travel, the echoes of souls across timelines. It's all spinning out of control. And it's not just the characters who are suffering. The fans are right there with them, reeling from each revelation, each emotional gut punch, and each unanswered question that threatens to tear apart the very heart of the story. Let's talk about the timeline, because this is where things get truly mind-bending. If Faith didn't die in Paris, and if she wasn't taken to heaven, but instead hidden or protected in another era, who was responsible for it? And why now? Why is this information only surfacing at the end of the story? Some fans believe this is tied to a new Guardian character hinted at in leaked casting calls. Someone who's been quietly watching over Faith from a distance, ensuring her safety until the right moment. Others believe this is the work of the mysterious group we've only glimpsed hints of in previous seasons, the ones who understand time travel on a deeper, possibly even sinister level. This group, if they exist, could be manipulating timelines. For reasons we can't yet understand, maybe Faith was never supposed to die, but her survival had to be hidden to preserve.